Like when you're empathic, if you're not careful, you're going to take on somebody else's, you're going to feel somebody else's pain or their anger that's going to go into you. So I always tell people, really the best thing you can do is put some kind of suit on you, like maybe something shiny, like a suit of armor. Envision that you're like one of the knights around the table, or you're Iron Man. You put this, the boots and it goes all the way up, and you can hear all this clicking as it goes on around your hands, and there's a helmet over your head. And make sure it feels shiny, because, nothing negative like shiny. They won't look at a reflection of themselves. So the best thing you can do is to just envision some way you protect yourself in some kind of clothing. You can imagine putting a big suit on, and then just like zipping it up around you. Anything you feel that you could feel, and you have to do this every day, and doesn't hurt to check on it, maybe during the day. Especially if you work like in an office where there's going to be a lot of people, there's going to be this issue and that issue and this one and that.
So you can protect yourself.
Yeah, you don't have to, you can be empathic, you can feel people's pain and work with them, but you don't have to take that pain on. And it happens to a lot of healers when they get started, is, they'll take on that person's pain. Anybody's spiritual business you can basically take their pain and bring it to you. Then they feel good, now you got to get it off of you. So somehow you got to build this wall that it just comes and it stops.
I think massage therapists have that a lot, whether they know it or not.
Oh, they do. Yeah. Yeah, because they're working on them. Maybe somebody, people do manicures, cutting hair. Without knowing it, you can just start talking to them and absorbing their, oh yeah, I can feel your pain. No, you don't want to feel it. I understand your pain, but feeling your pain, no, because that happened to me when I was younger too. I forgot all about it. I was so ego, like, yeah, I got this, I'm healing, and I didn't think about what about me protecting me, blocking the pain. So you got to remember. But it's just a process of like, also, there's a million videos you can watch, but it's, unless you have some of your family to talk to, and if you're not comfortable, then just sit in the morning and just meditate and say, okay, Spirit, can you help me, get better message? Can we understand? Can we build a relationship? And, talking to them and establishing, okay, will you be my guide and come help me? And only accept, and you have to make sure that you only accept of the light or of God. I always say, if you're, because some will show and say, okay, if you're of God or the light, you can help me. Because remember, even darkness is attracted to light, so the more you shine, the more evil negative rays will be like, ooh, what do we got over here? So, but if you're protected, and if you're meditating and you're just like, okay, and connected, because see, there's above your head, about an arm's length or two, there's a point of white light. And what this is it's like, it connects you up to the heavens, or to whatever your belief is, to the other side. And this is also what's called an energy stamp, and it's how people say, well, how does God or Spirit recognize me? Do we have a name? I said, no, you have a stamp. It's an energy stamp. It's your energy that only you have that can be recognized. There's nobody else of your energy. You're exactly, it might be, similar, but it's, your distinct marking. So I say, okay, when you're meditating, imagine all this white light coming up from your feet, all the way up to your whole body, going up through your head, up through this trail, all the way up to this point of white light, and then all the way up, as high as you could send it, and then feel it come back. And you just make sure you're connected. It's like, okay, I want to, some people will like burn candles to get into it, some will play music, some like, sage or certain things. Whatever it takes to get you in a relaxed state. And you're feel like this whole white light, blue light, there's a light called the violet flame that's very protective. Something like that surrounds you and goes up. And if you do this all the time, it becomes very cool, because then it becomes a way of life. You become very relaxed. And then situations can't bother you. Every work is fighting this or that, or somebody comes home and there's fighting, or your friends like, and you're like, yeah, but I'm in a good place, because I'm not accepting your energy. This is my energy. And it's something, but that's what I've been teaching, and it's telling people, like, be in this world as much as this world. You don't want to be in this one too much until you get used to it, because it gets overwhelming. Because then you'll not coming back in this world and you lose your concept of reality. Happened to me. But you find this balance where you're just meditating, relaxing, and you're going about your job, and okay, now I'm going to go shopping and nothing's going to bother me. Or I'm going to go to work and nothing's going to bother me. Because they did a test one time, and you can hear with your sense of hearing that you don't even recognize, can hear some, you're in a store, they could be 2 or 3 registers over talking about, I had a terrible day and I'm so sick and I hate everything and I lost all my money, and you can hear that, it goes inside your head. It's like we have this ability to hear even things we don't even understand. You know, like how the distance goes. But if you're protected and you're in your like little world, and everybody says, oh, it must be nice in your world. Yep. And everybody should be in their own little world to a point, you know.
So, tell me about a recent healing. We don't have to mention any names.
Right.
Tell me about a recent healing, an unusual kind of healing where you were dealing with energies or that came into another body. Does that happen?
Right. Yeah, it is. Yeah. A lot of times when I'm doing these, what's it called? The sacred journey or the attunements. Basically an attunement because it's a sacred journey, but when you get up top, you get all attuned. And I've had people that didn't even know it. As we go up all the way to the dimensions, either before we get to the top or on the way down, there'll be something attached to them. There's these things called hitchhikers that are always women. Almost always women. They're lost souls that are angry. Or they're just lost souls. They're just looking for a free ride. They don't want to go over there, they don't want to go up there. So they attach to you. But when they do, everything kind of goes wrong. I broke the thing, I broke the stuff, I stubbed my toe, got an accident going to work, I can't, I get... All this bad stuff starts happening. Or it could be even deceased family members or ex-spouses. Like, I did one girl in a session, and her brother was laying like right here, right on top, like just right on front of her. And she was telling me she could never stay. She says, for some reason, I could never stay in a relationship. I could never just be with anybody more than so much time. Well, as we were doing this, and I was fortunate enough to have it was in a dark room with some lights, and there was like a massage table. And I saw somebody, and I moved him a little bit. And then a little bit later, going up and then coming down, he was still there. And I'm like, who are you? And she's like, well, I'm her brother, and nobody's good enough for her. I died too young, I'm here to protect her. So it took me 3 times. I said, look, no, you got to go. So I left the room, and I said, you got to go. I came back, I said, you're still here? No, you have to go. And I just pulled him off and threw him into the light. And by the end of the week, she ran into an old friend that she had no idea she had me interested in. Known forever. They ended up being together like soulmates. And I've seen I've done a few young girls where they had hitchhikers attached to them. Like one girl was 12 and they used to play they lived in her graveyard, they used to play all the time. And at 21 I met her and she could never sleep and she had a hitchhiker. I work with another young girl, and they'll be moody, they'll be depressed, they'll be withdrawn. And I went, you're going to leave, I'm going to make you leave. And I put this gold light on her, the thing went, boom, and it just took off. So a lot of people have these things attached, and if you so this is why you should embrace some sort point level of spirituality, if only protect yourself from things floating around. They may, maybe you go through nothing ever happened. But there's this big battle going on right now between good and evil. And when I was in North Carolina, I laid down some grid lines. And it was like when God created everything, and there was the fallen angels. Again, going your belief, but believe it or not, these energies do exist. They came down, went into the ground to hide. Well, they laid grid lines down. It's like this mesh, this metal mesh that just covers everything. It's like screening. Well, over billions of years, these screens came undone. So people like me have been going back and putting them down to keep this energy down. So now there's this battle of good and evil going on. It's like, not as bad as like an Armageddon, but it is kind of like sort of, not the end of the world thing, but it's battle between good and evil going on. It's been going on, and they're losing. So now we're trying more to keep these things down. But there's still some stragglers around, or somebody that died when they were angry. So I love when I get to clear these, and like so many times in sessions, especially in private ones, these things will come off. You know, they're like, you know, you made the nicest person in the world, and it's like, ooh, let's go attach to this one. This be easy ride. You know, there's no fighting going on. So I do a lot of that, which I really enjoy.
I bet. So, Vincent, you know, you see so many people, a lot of TV shows, and you mentioned it before that you were able to connect with the departed, and there's all TV shows where there's people who are able to do this, and you know, it boggles the imagination of
Right.
most of us average everyday people. Can you, if I said to you, Vincent, can you pick up anybody that has a message for me? Is this something you can do right now?
Well, here's the thing: as I started progressing, and I started switching channels into more energy work, I actually started, what do you call, like farming this work to friends that do it for a living. So we were like trading. They're like, okay, I need you to do a attunement or heal this person, or so it's like I can, but it's not something I've been doing a lot of. It comes in with the work that I do, but it's not something I'm, doing a lot of lately. Because like doing so much going on at once with the energy work. But maybe we can, because what I know, I saw your pet went over there for a minute and then turned around and came back, and those are staring that way. So I'm just trying to determine if that's trying to determine if it's like, I'm pretty sure it's a male. Could it be some sort of father figure to you, like a uncle? Somebody you were close with that's on the other side? Maybe somebody with the first name B?
Well,
Bob?
William Bill. His
Yeah,
friends
B.
called him Bill.
Yeah, B, yeah, 'cause I hear him B, and I thought, names get a little scrubbed up, but
But he would definitely be known, his official name was William, but everybody called, his friends called him
yeah.
Bill.
Yeah, 'cause he keeps saying they call me Bill, yeah. He's like, would he be from like, he looks like maybe he was like a city kind of guy, like a downtown city guy. Yeah, 'cause the way he's talking, the way he's dressing, he's showing me like downtown, like a city like Brooklyn or maybe down Newark or Manhattan. It's an old city. He's like he's old school, the way he dresses and his attitude. He said he better remember me. I took him to some good places to eat, or we did something with food. Yeah, something like that. You better remember me. All the food I get, all the restaurants. Yeah. He checks in once while they're watching and makes sure everything is okay.
When you tell me that there's someone sitting there watching, that feels like my dad, because he loved all the work I did.
Right.
When I was on the radio years ago, he would listen every
I kind
time.
of thought there was two, but I wasn't really sure. But it's like, could they have brought a woman with them too?
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like she's going, "Hey, you don't remember me? Your mother, or something like that." Like,
My mother's with him.
yeah, your mother's her, yeah. And they're all like, so the three of them are hanging out, right? It's your mother, your father, and then, is that your uncle? Or somebody
His
like
brother.
His
He was
brother.
close to his brother.
Yeah. Yeah, they're saying they hang on a lot. Your mother has like an apron on. She's like, yeah, the pasta's on the stove. Pasta. You can see her cooking. It's like this white apron. She's like stirring this big pot. Yeah, you late? Come have some pasta. Throwing up her hand. Mad with you. Yeah, they all hang. Yeah, they all. But he talks like with a, I don't know, like an accent, like a city or Italian or, almost like,
You know, he grew up in Manhattan.
yeah,
Streets
yeah,
of Manhattan.
yeah,
So
he's
you're
got
right
that kind of
on.
accent way he's talking. Hey, but your mother's like, she starts throwing up her hand like, she's like, oh, he's holding a spoon, she's just putting her hands up. You gonna eat? Pasta's on the stove. Like it was 12 o'clock, it was something like that. Yeah, always pushing people to eat. Yeah. Wow, that was cool, yeah. Kind of takes me back to my days too when I grew up, you know, all Sicilian family, you know, Sunday dinner started Friday night, everybody's cooking. And I was the youngest, so I always hung around the kitchen. Put a pinch of this. And your mother's like, yeah, the pasta's like the most important thing. Oh my God, it's like Sunday and it's pasta day. Yeah. Yeah, wow. Little place back there myself. But yet are here. They check in. And like, thing is, your dad is like, yeah, I check in, make sure nothing going over here. I make sure nothing gets in here. And that's how he talks like real stern, like real Italianish or Jewish or something dominant like that. Can't tell the two look the same. I get accused of being Jewish a lot. I'm Italian.
Yeah, he's Jewish, and you know. And my mom cooked a lot of soup.
Yeah, because there was something on the stove.
Yeah.
A big pot of something. I just assumed it was sauce.
Yeah, no, that's the Italian in you, but for her, she loved cooking soups and just putting everything healthy in a big bowl. And cooking it up.
Because I could see with the apron. Yeah, I just assumed it was. Maybe I was just having flashbacks. I haven't had any good spaghetti in a long time.
Well, hey, hang around a little later and we'll make some.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I want to thank you. This was really great. Everything I could have hoped for in a show that really just uncovers this new dimension of energy, this fifth dimension of energy, this ever expanding, more and more, opening up to more and more people.
But you know, too, what is like, this was recently, there was this energy shift. Like, the energy's been the same for the past 25,000 or 30,000 years. And all of a sudden, you know, in '08, people said, oh, the change is coming. You know, 12, the change is coming, the change is coming. And everybody kept waiting and saying, okay, it's almost here. But now it's here. There's like this big door open and all this positive energy came through. But it's now the time of manifesting. You know, like in The Secret, they're like, well, you know, you got to manifest, whatever you get, you know, I forget how the movie went. But it's here now. It's like just saying, okay, I want it to come. I want this new job. I know this. I want this new job. And this is the job I want. And you just let go of it. You don't think about it, and it just shows up. So this is a new energy. You know, it's a beautiful time. They call it the third age of man. This is actually the Earth's going through new change. It's like a #1 year for the Earth.
I feel like that.
That's why the last year was like all this turmoil stuff. Well, that was letting go of all the different things and just releasing. And now, you know, the sun is going through #1 year. It was solar flares. It was cleansing. It was they've both been dormant. They're all waking up, and so it was like, psh. It's like you wake up the angry. You know, don't poke the bear. Well, you know, it's kind of what it was like. So now everything is changing. #1 year is a new beginning, all new, fresh, new start. This energy came through, first time since forever that it's been this way. So it's a beautiful time of opportunity and abundance and whatever you desire.
And when people feel it, don't discount it. Don't just say, no, that makes no sense. Kind of look into it and see, groove on it and see what might come from it.
There's this big breeze that'll come by you. And don't just go, ooh, what was that? You know, wait, think, ooh, that felt good. You know? Anyway, it's a pleasure being on your show. Thank you very much.
Vincent, my wizard friend, I thank you. This was really great. I appreciate you spending time and explaining what you do and who you are, because in a way, like, people like you and I are going to be the teachers for this new energy.
Right.
We're brave enough to be willing to
But-
be in front of people.
Yeah, let me give them any questions. Let me give my website. It's www.healeronDemand, HealeronDemand.com. It's one word, Healer on Demand. Any questions? If I can help you with anything, there's a place to describe emails. I do MailChimp and blogs and stuff.
Tell us your email if you want people to know that too.
Yeah, well, everything's on my website.
Okay.
The email's there, the phone number's there. You need to contact me. You know, send me a message, send me emails, questions.
Great, super.
All right, thank you.
Thank you for joining us. This is the Bruce Starr Show, and we're going to be doing more wonderful, interesting, exciting shows like this. So look for them in the future. Bye-bye now, everybody.
Bye.